Hello, welcome to the Third Eyed Lion YouTube channel. Here, I will be providing a new month kind of forecast, one-on-one reading. I plan on doing a general reading for a lot of people as well, but I would like to do a free reading. I hope you all had a great new moon. I really enjoyed doing a video yesterday. So I'm giving out free readings for the next month, or just any questions in particular or messages from your guides. I hope you're having a good night so far. I'm going to do a quick reading for anyone who views this in the future. I'm going to pull 2 cards from each deck. So which of these 4 decks that will resonate with you? This first deck, it was given to me recently by a friend based on the medieval style. So if this deck resonates with you within the next month, you're going to see quite a few relationships either end or begin to crumble when you can follow your own strength, your own determination to making your relationships and making your life better. Excuse me. You will be able to really manifest and turn this upside down and make the love and the harmony and the connectivity come back into your life. Hello. Would you like a reading? Brianna, welcome back. Okay, you can choose 1, 2, 3, or 4. Thank you for joining me, anyone who's here. I offer free readings and a link to my Etsy where I sell the bracelets, and my email as well if you would like to contact about special orders or any of these bracelets in particular. So Brianna, the bracelet you chose is lava rock, shell, and wood. So this is to remind you to connect to your passion, your energy, but also to your flow, and never forget to ground and connect to this planet. Because when you can harness all of your unique energies, you will be very powerful, and the world will kind of just bow to your desires. So, Brianna, you can tell me when to stop shuffling. Do you have a question in particular, or do you want an energy forecast for this upcoming month? Thank you. Hello, Natalie. Thank you for the compliment. Hello. Hi, I hope you're all having a great night so far and had a good new moon. Okay, about someone you are interested in. So you can tell me when to stop and I'll start this reading. If anyone else would like a reading, just let me know and I'll add you to the list. Oh, let me know if you would like a reading and then I'll add you to the list. Right now it is Brianna. I did very much. Hello, Angel. Yes, I can add you as well, Chanthy. So for your reading, Brianna, they do care about you very much and they have a lot of love for you, but right now it's locked away. It's not fully opened. And they are not able to express it. I'm sorry. And sometimes we have to mourn the loss of old things and and pack away those old beliefs and ideas that we have so we can move on to the positive actions we must take to connect to our awakening process. In this deck, and like in a lot of decks, a sunflower is representing awakening. So understanding your passion and using it to create a better reality, connect to this work, to this planet, and remember, sometimes sacrifices have to be made for things to get better. But the person you care about is not at that point right now. So it's time for you to make your life better. And then when you are at that point, their frequency should match up for you. So I hope that helps. I can do your reading, Natalie. I'll do the order of Natalie, Chanthy, and then Angel. Thank you. Okay, I just saw the list. So I'll do Natalie, Chanthy, then Angel. And you can choose your deck 1 through 4. Thank you. I appreciate the list. There's a lot of change energy going on in this beginning of the new moon cycle. A lot of people are kind of finding new ways of doing things. Okay, choose number 2. Will I get a boyfriend soon? So remember your own inherent beauty and your own connectivity to the earth, to your passions, to your own flow of doing things. By doing so, it will really attract someone who fits your vibration. So, Natalie, you can tell me when to stop. And your question is, will you get a boyfriend soon? The bracelet you chose was made of lava rocks, wood, and shell to remind you to connect to the trinity of molting earth, flowing ocean, and strong forests. So, Natalie, there will be someone who comes into your life, but there will be a sense of deception, and your heart may not be fully open at this time. Maybe past experiences, past beliefs have put you in a mindset that is not wanting to fully go through the awakening process, not fully wanting to shed the life that we know here on earth. So when you can remind yourself that you are in power, that you can fly, and you are awakening, the love of your life will come to you. But as of now, the cards are telling me you might have some self-doubt issues. So just kind of write a list of the things you care about yourself and then work on those, and more love will come into your life through there. But there is someone out there who does care about you. But first you have to care about yourself at an equal level. So I really hope that helps. I do sense that there is love coming your way. So, Chanthy, if you can choose 1 through 4, and I can start yours now. I have your question here. Okay, I do sense a good friendship that has a lot of connectivities and shared interests. So just try to kind of work towards those beliefs. Hello. So you can tell me when to stop? And one thing that will really kind of help you in this next month, Chanthy, is connecting kind of to the oceans, to the forests. If you live near a volcano, that would really be powerful for you. Thank you. Have a great night, Natalie. How will everything work out? Will How will everything with work go in October? Okay. The cool thing is there's like volcano meditations and videos here on YouTube of other people helping with that. So right now it may seem like time is accelerating. Yes, and at the oceans you will probably see a lot of things happening, more people going there, different types of energies happening near the water. Because in this next month, you will have to learn about your temperance, but your awakening is happening. You are in the process of completely shifting past these limiting negative beliefs. Just remind yourself to stay grounded and to remember that to protect yourself, to guard yourself, and connect to that beautiful earth energy throughout this next month. When you work and when you're at your job or whatever you do with your time, it may seem like time is going slowly. But what it is actually doing is expanding throughout in its own way. So remember, you are in control of how you perceive time. You can make it go fast or slow if you want, just by how you attune your energy and your beliefs. So I really hope that helps you. It seems like you're going to have a very positive month. There's a lot of power and a lot of light coming to you. The trick is just to remember that everything is working out in this perfect way. I hope you have a great birthday this month, and it's a good time to kind of to begin a new person if you want. So I really hope that will be great for you. Thank you very much for repeatedly coming to these chats, to these live streams. I appreciate all my viewers, so thank you very much. Positivity to you as well. Okay, Angel, I can do your reading now. You can choose 1 through 4. Yes, must appreciating going all around. Okay, so the bracelet you chose is the only solid wood. These are repurposed wood. So this is to remind you of your own grounded connectivity to nature, to your strength that you have. You are an essential part of life in those who care about you. So connect to your family, to nature, and remember how important it is that you are here on this planet at this time. And for that, I would like to thank you. Hello, Joy. So, Angel, do you have a question in particular, or do you want energies for the month of October? Okay, positive changes in your living situation. Yes, you can be added on the list, Joy. Okay, you can tell me when to stop, Angel, about positive changes coming forward in your living situation. So with that question, I do see much connectivity happening for you. So either your roommates or your neighbors, connect to the people who are living around you, and it will kind of even now, even though you might be trying to change your living situation, those who are around you now might be able to help you in very unique ways that no one else would be able to, is a message I'm getting for you. Look for those powerful females in your life, those who do not conform to those gender, paradigms, who are willing to put their strength and energy into that they care about, and to kind of understand that the place you are now in conflict and moving from new place to another is challenging, but you will be very successful in the end. You will find some place, and I can sense that, but it will be your choice. You will have multiple options, and it will be up to you which one resonates with you, which one vibrates in the way that you want to succeed in. To just study your passions and your energy, I do recommend you reach out to a strong female in your life who has experience, and you may not talk to them a lot, but someone in your life is there to help you. So I believe I hope this was of good service to you, and I believe things will be very successful for you. Thank you. Yes, I can add you on as well. Muse, thank you. Thank you, Angel. Okay, Joy, you can choose 1 through 4. I've said this before, but in this moon cycle, it gives us an opportunity to kind of let go of those old habits, beliefs, routines, things that are very old matrix that do not serve. This is our chance to kind of purge and create new things to take their place. So do you have a question in particular, Joy, or do you want the energies for the month? Or releasing any energies that no longer serves you, energies that are projected on you, or things that no longer serve you. Okay, so you are no longer on social media yet, and your question is, how does the Scorpio male feel about that? You are a Gemini. So, you being a Gemini means I can sense that you made the right choice, even though other people in your life will not understand it. And the bracelet you chose is to remind you to connect to the passion, the energies you have, which is the lava rock, the grounded strength and connection you have, which is the wood, and the flow and balance of the ocean, which is the shell, that will exist in your life always. There's no coincidence why you're called Joy. You bring that into your life by just loving yourself and being happy with yourself. You can have so much joy, and so can everyone as well. So you can tell me when to stop, and I will ask the question about the Scorpio's feeling about you disappearing off of social media. If anybody would like a email reading, I do more detailed personal readings. You can send me an email. The link is down there in the description. And I really very much appreciate all who are joining me on this live reading. So remember to ground, to connect. Sometimes you do not have to hold your guard up. So they think that you are in danger, that something wrong is happening with you. They believe that you are preventing yourself from awakening, preventing yourself from growing, and not happening. Truly, they think you're being a fool. But what you're doing is you're actually truly connecting to yourself, to your energies, to your passions. The fool is actually in many decks the last card. The finale is also the beginning. Coming to the same point, but having a totally different recognition of that idea. So the Scorpio doesn't understand what you're doing, why you're doing it. So to them, it's foolish. But what you're truly doing is what the cards are telling me is very powerful and for you and for your energy. So I really hope that helps. Continue doing what you're doing because this Scorpio male, I think they will understand you, but now's not the time for that. So I really hope that is of service to you. Thank you for asking a question. Okay, Muse, you can choose 1 through 4. Thank you. Much love to you, Joy. Remember to just keep the guns and know that you will never have to use them if your heart is open. Okay, so the bracelet you chose is a all repurposed wood. So this is to remind you to connect to your community, to your nature, to where you are currently geographically at. Because those roots, those people that you are around, can give you a lot of lessons and opportunities and even miracles, is the message from the bracelet. Would you like a general reading for the month, or do you have a question in particular? Thank you all who are viewing. Okay, so I'll ask a general reading for the month of October. Okay, you can tell me when to stop, Muse. Thank you. So all the bracelets here are for sale, completed bracelets. And if you are interested in any custom orders or anything presented here, a link to my Etsy and to my personal email, my professional email, is in the description. So thank you. So for this month, you will be able to see things in a more global perspective, to see things in a different way by following your passions and trying to see how people who have the same passions do things very differently from you. Because there will be conflict in your beliefs and in your ideologies, which will be difficult for some people to really come to terms with, which will kind of make you doubt your internal strength, your balance of thought. But remember that you truly are this cosmic lion, this cosmic, beautiful person who is at such a balance, the world comes to them and wants to be with them. When you forget this and you don't acknowledge this, you cause more strife and pain into your life. But at any moment, you can just say, hey, I want to be positive now. I want to stay positive. And then that infinite thought will continue as long as you feed it. But do not let the beliefs of others, the ideas of others, hold you back and prevent you from being who you truly are meant to be. So thank you very much, and I hope you continue to inspire other people. And I hope that inspired you. Yes, I can do that question for you, Rebecca. You can choose 1 through 4. And that's a good way to ask the question as well. I also, instead of how, I try to pinpoint like what are the blockages. And I'll ask that for you so we can find exactly what's blocking there. I hope that was very illuminating to you, Muse. Thank you again. Okay, so choosing the first one. This is wood and green glass. So understand your unique beauty, your unique energy, which will help bring more finances into your life, that energy of money and wealth you already possess. All you need to do is find a way to ground it to make it come to you, connect deep into the planet. Hello, loyal to the royal. You can be added on. Thank you for commenting. I'll ask your question. So you can tell me when to stop, Rebecca. The three represents connection to is wood and metal. They're flower metal beads. Flower metal beads, sun and moon, and owl metal beads is kind of to connect to your own personal magic, to ground to your own unique powers and psychic connections, to remember your spirit team and your totems that are always there to protect you, is this third deck. And again, very coming much to your finances. Here, Rebecca, is you have it in you. You have the passion to make it happen. You are going through this awakening, through this situation. You just have to follow your passions and not let the lack of love and support you may think you have prevent you from continuing what is exciting for you, because I believe the finances will flow when you can monetize and focus your drive and your passion, because there's a huge treasure trove, but right now you just are walking away from it and you're not open to it fully. So when you focus on your intention and how that makes you feel and how you enjoy doing what you love doing, money and finances will just kind of be able to flow openly to you. It just takes a small amount of surrender on your part. So this will be a very eventful and positive month for you. So thank you very much, Rebecca. Okay, loyal to the royal. You can choose 1 through 4. And thank you again, Rebecca. Again, your financial message is it will come to you. And yes, the plants and nature aspects will bring more wealth and finances into your life. Thank you, Chanthy. I agree. Anyone can get whatever they want in their reality. Shuffle 3 times and stop. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So is the Leo the one for you? So I believe the Leo is kind of exploring their life, beginning a new passage, but they're not fully connected to their own unity and their connection to others. They're very focused on their own passions right now, and their mindset isn't not love, is not understanding. So they do seem like they will be someone who could be good for you, but at this time now, they are focused on their own exploration, on their own travels and are not really at the point to think about someone else right now. But you can still be friends and see their beauty and understand their uniqueness. But I recommend for you, they're not at the point to see you to connect to who you really are. They will be. They have unity seated in them, but they have a lot of shadow work and purging that they need to go through first. So I hope that helps you. And again, the bracelet you chose is to remind you to connect to nature, to forests, to your community, because that is where the secrets of reality lies, right next to us, where we a lot of times choose to never look. And thank you as well, Loyal to the Royal. Is there anyone else that would like a question? You can choose a deck 1 through 4. So Rebecca, if with that being the case, I think you should focus more on your excitements, on the things that make you happy and passionate, instead of kind of concrete goals and milestones. Try to focus on the energies more so than the physical things. So, and I agree. I have a hard time fully knowing what I want, but it's easy to know how you feel, and the emotions I believe are a lot stronger than the thoughts, than the beliefs, and then the ideas. When you have that emotion, that passion, that fire from inside, I believe that will make your way through any aspect of life. Thank you for sharing that, Chanthy. If anyone would like another reading, I can keep doing them. Just whoever comments first, I can do another one. That's awesome. I hope you can keep continuing that practice. Okay, Rebecca. You can choose 1 through 4 for more details. Just off the intuitive top of my head here, I can. What I recommend for you is kind of demo of what you're doing in a way kind of similar to what I'm doing here. Just kind of demo to a level that you're comfortable, and just kind of share your skills to get a name out there is a good way to start that I was recommended. So another one would be maybe finding other groups in your areas of people with similar interests and trying to meet up with them. I've gone to a few tarot classes in person and I've learned a lot of things there. So just finding other people who are pursuing similar things that you would like to be pursuing. But if I can give you more detail if you choose 1 through 4, which one's resonating with you to this question. I can sense that your spiritual work is really helping yourself and others. From since the last time I've made a video, I can sense that there has been a kind of a new idea, a new belief in your head when it comes to the work you do. So I'm very grateful that for you to return here. So it means a lot to me, the veracity of these readings. To me, they seem like cosmic truth, but there's no way for me as the reader to fully know that right away. So 4 is you pulled the magic bracelet with owls, sun and moon, flowers, and wood to create the connectivity of the individual's ability. So in with indecisiveness, I've had to overcome that, and fear or have been two of the things that have really held me back. And for with indecisiveness, I do very much recommend just either like a pendulum or some form of intuitive divination that works for you to kind of put it out of your hands. And with fear, I recommend working with lions, energetic lions in your imagination, and they really have a great way of eliminating that fear. As well as working with waterfall energy also helps me with fear, just letting it flow and knowing that I am true and I am power. So, Rebecca, you can tell me when to stop, but with the indecisiveness too, you can kind of write down both ideas on a piece of paper, both concepts, and just which one feels right, which one it's not what it's written on the paper. How does that make you feel when you see those words, when you think of those concepts? And I believe your intuition will not ever steer you wrong. And those are just the techniques that work for me. Everybody has their own techniques. So I recommend maybe working with owls, and the sun and the moon are very strong entities when you have fear, because the moon will always come back and the sun is always in the sky even when you can't see it. On the other side of the planet is daytime. We just a lot of times forget that. So that's what this bracelet wants to remind you. And those negative beliefs, those things, those indecisiveness and the self-bullying and self-limiting beliefs we have in our life, they do not actually exist. They are only false perceptions we put on ourselves. And false thoughts. Clouds represent thought in most tarot decks. And those thoughts and those ideas you hold are preventing the flow. You can change that and you can let that fall away, let that die. So this new energy, this new creativity, this new powerful person to come through, but you have to have thought conflict. You have to come back to those old beliefs, those old paradigms of you being worthless, of you not being good enough. That's not true anymore. And you are the person who will have to fight against those invisible thoughts. But when you do, your business and the lessons you can share with other people will be so much more meaningful, because you will have these powerful experiences of lower and overcoming them that you can teach and share to others who are struggling, who do not know how to overcome, which you innately have the magic and power to do. You can just remove those swords one by one at your own pace. Did they feel offended? Hmm. I'll I'll pull for that. Okay, you can choose a number 1 through 4. Yeah, pendulum and lions are some tools that will really help you. So, Robbie, remember uh, to connect to the nature to your own magical power. This is a bracelet that is steel, designed as flowers, owls, and the sun and moon with wooden beads. This is a very magical object to remind you of the power that you have deep inside. Okay, so your question is, did you offend the people with a video you made? About asking directions and just, okay, was it a good idea, yes or no? I can ask that directly to the deck for you. So you can tell me when to stop. A lot of us, Rebecca, have unique ways of falling to sleep. I remote view that I'm on on a Arcturian spaceship. Um, the it's spoken of to be Athena, the greatest, like largest spaceship in our galaxy. So I just astro project to this massive spaceship, and I go into a healing light chamber, and that's how I fall asleep. So everyone has their own ways of doing it. I think a lot of the big YouTubers kind of have their own way. From what the research I have done, YouTube is not a one size fits all. Every person who's successful is successful in a completely different way than most other people who are successful with YouTube, from what I have found. So many different personalities. So you can tell me when to stop, and I will give more clarity about this video in particular. Yeah, everyone has a niche. So that's one thing I might recommend to you. Just find something that you can do that you love that other people are not super into, because there's going to be somebody who likes it. Okay, I can ask about the pranks. It's the same kind of question. So it would just be, what's the energy with your YouTube? What type of content or idea of content we can do for you? For me personally, I'm not like the biggest fan of pranks, but I think, but that's just my own vibe. Yes, Rebecca. So that those fear programming is very ancestral and goes very deep. Yeah, you can tell me when to stop, so I can get your energy into the cards. Rebecca and anyone else here, if you do want a longer, more detailed reading, you can send me an email, and I would love to give those out. So with your YouTube, videos of you learning new things, doing new things that you are not experienced, that you might be somewhat foolish at, and being able to laugh at your own failures, but also to document your triumphs is very successful and will probably help you find a unity, a connectivity. The coolest thing about YouTube is how you can have content that affects people all over the world, And that is really powerful. The only thing really holding you back is your self-negative thoughts, like beliefs that you're broken or not good enough or not funny or not interesting. Those are not true. You are very charismatic and you have a very powerful ability to unite very different people underneath your own creation. So just follow that intuitive passion you have and just be happy and joyous, but watch where you step, because sometimes it's good to make people laugh by intentionally falling, but when you unintentionally fall, you can get really hurt. So understand the balance between the two. So I do recommend like content of you trying new things and like trying new foods, trying new locations, and what did people think about you? They thought you were a fool. As some people thought you were just being incredibly foolish, and some people do not want to follow that, and other people do. So there's two ways of being a fool: a fool who chooses to be a fool, and one who's foolish that they're a fool. So if you know what you're doing is deliberately meant to be that way, you can do a lot of good. But when you are unaware of it, you can actually do a lot of harm to yourself and others. So I do recommend just kind of helping and maybe charity, or instead of prank videos, see how charity videos might work for you. Just an idea. Oh, yes, all my readings are free. So, yes, people thought it was foolish, but I don't think you completely lost your audience. And it was a good start. The fool is the best way to begin. Most people are almost always foolish on their first time, but you can just continue and just be willing to adapt and not be committed to any one way of doing things. And yes, thank you all for choosing to actually hit that like button. It really means a lot. It allows more people who are trying to find live videos. This will pop up on more suggestions for other live tarot readings on the sidebar when likes are given out to it. Is how the YouTube algorithm works. It likes the likes more than everything else. To some people it was the idea, and some people it was the approach. Each person kind of felt very differently about it, and so I there is different ways to go about it. I can tell your intent wasn't disrespect, and maybe some of those people were not able to tell that. So it is just, as long as your intent was laugh or positivity, I believe it's generally neutral fine, but it's something you can continue to work on to develop to a point where you feel like you actually are helping instead of maybe partially disrespecting. So again, like recommendations I have for you is like maybe yard sale videos, like thrift store videos, type of content where you explore new things and new places might be very successful for you. How you could improve is there's a lot of like free video making and content making courses here on YouTube and on Skillshare and other types of those websites. So just if you do research on different types of content and how people are making that content, you can find what works for you, experiment, and if it doesn't work, try something else. You don't have to fully attach to anything. And you can be an entertainer. It is just a process, a learning process to find your unique form of entertainment. Yeah, that trying new things is a very good way to be a positive entertainer. Also, instead of pranks, maybe just random acts of kindness. Like those videos get a lot of views, and I know I watch them from time to time when I feel sad. Just seeing one person giving kindness and generosity to a complete stranger and seeing how that happens to me makes me feel very happy. So maybe you can make content doing stuff like that. Yeah, outdoor challenges and channelings. So maybe instead of pranks, just try random acts of kindness videos and see how that goes. Maybe idea one off the top of my head is, maybe go to a retirement home and ask to hear people's stories and if any of them want them posted, and talk to the people who run it and do it as like a volunteer opportunity. Many of these people have very interesting stories that they have never shared publicly, and if you can be the one who shares them, that's a huge positive impact and a huge sign of respect for them and their story if you're the one who opens it up and shares it. Just an idea that something I've wanted to do before, so that might work for you. So I really hope that helps. There's a totally like YouTube, there's an audience for any type of content out there. Yes, you can ask another question. And again, thank you all for the likes. These videos have been getting a lot of replays, so I'm going to add some few questions for anyone who views it in the future. But I can do Robbie another question, and then I'll pull some cards for any people who will view this recording in the future. Okay, is love coming your way soon? I'll use the same deck for you. So remember your own innate power, your own creativity, and when you kind of create something that you're really passionate about, people will open up for you. Hello, Chandra. So right now your passion is making these videos, is continuing to create, which is going to kind of make you not fully open to love, but it is coming towards you. But again, you may not be fully aware and focused when it comes in, because it seems like it's going to be subtle but uh, very powerful when it comes in, and a lot of thoughts. You're probably going to have doubts and negative beliefs that if you deserve somebody who's beautiful and powerful and wise, and you may some there might be some self-sabotage, but just remember that you can turn all of these around. They do not have to remain negative. This is your life, and it is your choice how you interact with people and how you interact with yourself. So just kind of be aware of the subtle things of people you meet, new opportunities. If somebody invites you to do something you normally never do, why not just try it this one time? It might lead to a very amazing, beautiful future. I can, yeah, within probably October, and if not the end of November. Maybe somebody will invite you to a Halloween party and you never go to those type of things, and this one time you want to go is a huge opportunity to meet completely new people. Well, going out and just trying new things and going to, just live music on one Saturday, just for like an hour, one Saturday, is a huge step towards going out, towards being with people. And out there, I bet there's a lot of people who are very interested in the videos you make and will support your content if you just kind of show yourself in a public forum. So I hope that helps for you. Chandra, if you would like a reading, you can choose 1 through 4. And keep making those YouTube videos and just be open to trying new things and to not be married to it being a certain type of channel. It can be anything you want it to be. We're not on network TV, so I hope that helps you. Thank you, Rebecca. I hope you have a great night. And you are very awesome yourself. Thank you. Uh, so, Chanthi, if you ask your question, I can do your reading now. And Chandra, the first deck is a Wizard of Oz based on the 14 books written at the turn of the century. Second deck is a Book of the Dead, Aztec and Mexican culture deck. The one I'm shuffling now was my maternal great grandma's tarot deck from the 70s. And the last one is a medieval styled Rider-Waite deck, which was recently given to me by a friend. Do you have a question, Chanthi? Okay. Anyone new coming in love? Okay, so you can tell me when to stop, and I'll start that reading for you. So this deck is to remind you of your own unique and innate magic, the mysteries of the sun and the moon, the balance of the beautiful trees reaching high into the sky and deep into the earth. Is when you are able to love the unique aspects of yourself, it makes it easier for other people to be open to loving you as well. And the love is coming, but you may be blind to it, and you may accidentally have some recourse to it. So know that right now you may be focusing on money and finances and that wealth aspect. And you are working on your thoughts and you are going through a lot of change right now. The cards are basically telling me you should be blind to that love, to that external, and really work on your own balance, your own flow that you have, and continue making the money and doing what you're doing, and love will come to you when it's ready. Yeah, that business is going to be very successful. This card, he has a whole city growing up behind him. Because of what he is doing, hundreds of other people can benefit from it, unlike other decks. And you don't need to try anything. Remember what the little green man from Star Wars said, do or do not, there is no try. I agree with that. You just have to act and know that it will be successful. Trust that force you have inside. Yes, by giving love, you will always receive that love back every single time. It may not happen immediately, but by giving love to someone else, you can receive it. I know I feel it so much after these videos, and that comes from you. So, and all the people who view these, and I thank you all. Okay, message from your guides. So the bracelet you chose, which is lava rock, wood, and shell, and this is to remind you to connect to this beautiful planet, to the trees, to the water, to the volcanoes, to all the chaos that happens, allows us to help ourselves grow. And it's a similar theme, but again, being able to share your beauty and your wisdom with others helps them and helps you too. And that's something I can tell you know very well, is how to help others. Thank you as well. It can be a healthy addiction. Many spiritual teachers teach that service and surrender are the only ways to truly become one with source. So I don't see any harm of doing those. So thank you for your service. Yes, service is a very good high. Okay, Chandra, you can tell me when to stop. If anyone else would like a reading, you can let me know. If not, then Chandra here will be my last one. I'll do one quick one for any person viewing in the future. Okay, so the message from your guides. Wow. You have a lot of love coming to you. And understanding that giving love to others, I kind of see that lunch lady type energy of even when it pours, the dragonfly is still coming towards you. You're still giving love even in chaos, even when everything is going bad. You are still able to give your love, to share your beauty with other people, because you truly know who you are. Now's the time to do that ritual, to make that sacrifice, and lock up and bury the part of you that no longer serves you, the old person who you used to be, that is not loving, that is so limited and sad and hate filled, does not have to be who you are anymore. You can be that person of love and acceptance. You have that deep down inside of you. Now's just the time to light the candles and start the ceremony and just lovingly let that old part of you just fall away. And by giving your love and sharing your energies with others who are less fortunate or who are less able than you, really makes this world so much better. And I would very much like to thank you for continuing to love even when everything in your world is falling down and it seems like the storm is just happening more and more. So thank you so very much. So I hope that helps you, Chandra. So your guides are there with you, and everything is happening in the perfect timing. Okay, so this will be for any people who are viewing this video in the future. Thank you all for making it through. So for the month of October, those who resonate with deck number 3, the month of October, you're going to put a lot of hard work. You're going to put a lot of energy into your life. Just remember to connect to your friends, to your family, to those who love and support you because they share interests and they share beliefs. They share the work you're doing. And when you can get together and gather and laugh and sing and share, you can have more energy to do more of the work you love doing, to continue to be better and better. Yes, the angels are very loud and clear tonight. A lot of angel messages. Okay, so anyone who's viewing in the future who resonates with deck number 2, in the month of October, your message is, now's the time for your awakening if you fully connect to it and take your power and take your passion, no matter what fears or anxieties or limitations you believe. You have that balance. You just have to remember to ground and protect. Your intuition will lead you to success. Just continue to change and follow the light that is deep down inside of you. Okay, so those who feel resonance or connection to deck number 1, here's your reading for the month of October. And thank you again to Chandra, Chanthi, and everyone here in the chat who asked questions for this night. It means a lot to me. I'm very grateful to be of service. Okay, so anyone viewing who feel connection to deck number 1, remember your love will connect you to power, to beautiful life, and to not close off giving that love, because a lot of times we have female aspects in our life who are not fully caring and loving the way that we expect females to be. And because of that, sometimes we will not be able to accept other people's love just as easily. So remember, you are a magnet for that love if you resonate with deck 1 here. So that's your message for the month, is to connect with the flow of love and to not let the past restrict the flow. And Jamie, yes, you can ask a question. You will be my last one for the night here. So you can choose a deck 1 through 4. Would you like a general energies or a question in particular? And yes, you can ask a question, Jamie. You can choose a deck 1 through 4. Okay, they're true feelings for you. Okay, so the bracelet you chose is shell, lava rock, and wood. So this world, there's the passion, creativity of volcanoes and anger and love. There's the grounding connectivity of trees and structure and beliefs. And then there's the flow of thoughts, songs, shells, and the beautiful ocean. So when you can connect to all those aspects of yourself, it will help your relationships with others, because like everybody else, you are not just one thing. You're not just always flow, and you're not just always anger. You fluctuate between the currents and the tides. So yes, very powerful Scorpio passion. So you can tell me when to stop. And I think that's something that in your life you can use as a huge tool. A lot of people may see that passion, may see that drive as a poison, like a scorpion, but a lot of times they're more anti-venom than they are actually poison. So they lust after you, and they want to have a sense of power and control. They're very much controlled physically, and they see you and they care about you as a powerful, sovereign creator being, but they know that you are able and willing to change their complete reality. You have that ability to leave everything in your wake. But unlike every other death in any tarot, she's pregnant. So she is bringing life and she is creating life. This person wants to be with you and wants to create with you, but right now all they know how to do is harm you. It's to hurt you, is to make you feel negative things, and are not allowing the full awakening process to happen. But remember, it is happening. You just have to overcome those physical third dimensional vibrations of food and sex and laziness that hold us back from being the true, beautiful, holy, sovereign creator beings that we are. So I feel that very strong. Yes, and you will not be controlled by this person. Yes, the entire world, as above is below. And when you remember that you are always connected and always creating new things, the fear can just float. You can continue to walk through the fog of fear, knowing that you are leaded in the right direction. They want to be back with you, but it would not be healthy for either party. They want it very much, but they're not healthy for themselves, and they definitely will not be healthy and respectful for you. I can do your question. Yeah. You will be the last one, though. So if anyone else comes, you will be the last one. They're having a hard time believing it, Jamie. So you might have to tell them again and really make your ground rules and your own. Set your boundaries, respect those boundaries, because you deserve love and respect. And I give that to you now. Thank you very much for joining this chat. Okay, hell. If you can choose 1 through 4, and I'll give you the reading. Do you have a question in particular, or do you want an energy forecast for the month of October? So the the bracelet you chose is a wood repurposed bracelet. So this is to remind you to reconnect to your community, to those neighbors and nature spots that are around you, because the most of the lessons we can learn are always right next to us. Many people just are unwilling to connect to those who are living literally feet away from us in some cases, and we never meet them and we never learn anything about them. So would you like a energy reading for the month, or a question in particular? The deck you chose here is a medieval art. So the art is designed to be similar to medieval art. Thank you. Thank you for that confirmation. It really means a lot to me, Jamie. I hope you have a beautiful night. Yes, I can do a past life reading for you. You can tell me when to stop, and when I see it, I'll stop right away and start the reading. I believe everybody's in some form of twin flame journey. The flames just kind of either rotate around each other or are right next to each other. But I think everybody's in some form of journey. Okay, so your past life relationship with this person. Okay. So I'll start that right now for you. And thank you for the subscribe. And anybody who liked this, thank you again for that. So yes, very past life. You most likely the past life relationship was, I believe, that you were their child, and it was like a parent-child relationship where the parents allowed the child to learn, and as you remember this is an opportunity for ascension. Most past life clearing is, but this cost you a lot of money, and you had money in that past life and also had action with this person. You shared either a business or a cause that worked very closely, probably with children, maybe an orphanage or a foster agency in the past. So, working with, so you and this person have had a relationship in the past, but it was more of a parent-to-child relationship. And so in this lifetime, you chose to not be parent or child so you can have a different relationship. And that's usually how twin flames are. They're not always sexual twin flames. Sometimes it's weird, but your parents could be your twin flames, and it's a non-sexual connection. So I do, and a lot of times, if it's their parents in one life, the next life, they usually end up lovers. So that's what I have learned with past life. It might be different for you. There's quite a few past life regression here on YouTube. I think I've made some past life videos here on this channel. So I do hope you can find the answers you need. And thank you. I really hope that helps. So I do feel that you do have a connection with them, but I believe it was more of a family connection in a past life. And in this life, it's more of a relationship, physical connection. Where in the past, it was a family emotional connection. And there's a lot of different things here on YouTube that you can find that are past life regression, hypnosis, and meditations. So I do hope you find one that resonates with you and can answer more of these questions. So if anybody would like a more detailed free email reading, you can send me an email to my professional email down there in the description box. And I thank you all. The link to my bracelets, my Etsy shop is there. And if any of these are not posted right now, so if you're interested in any of the ones featured here, you can send me an email and I can give you more details. So thank you all, and I hope you have a beautiful and magical evening.